Tim Tams, Cadbury Egg, the Nutty Buddy. These hallowed names are forever etched in stone, and today, one more will join them on the legendary Mount Snackmore. There's still time to save 2020, but it's up to 3 snacking experts. If they can make the perfect choice, it will make up for everything that has happened in the world this year. The snack of the year will be chosen right now on You Tried Dat. You Tried Dat. Mount Snackmore 2020. I'm Nick Novak with my pals Chad Hancock,
Howdy.
Nick Geiger,
Yo.
Gugs.
There it is. Yeah.
Big Gugser.
I don't. So our nickname for Geiger for many years in my phone, I don't know, Chad, if it's in your phone too, but every time we refer to him is Gigs. And so when did
It's
that?
a common
Gigs
nickname I've had for
when
a
did
long
Gigs
time.
even start?
Even in high school, people called me Gigs a little bit. It's just a shortening of Geiger. It's not really difficult to figure out.
Oh, I didn't realize that. I thought it was just like because you got a lot of jobs, you got a lot of gigs.
Yeah, I'm a stand-up comedian in the off season. That's why I'm so funny on this podcast.
And then today, for whatever reason, you entered your name as Gugs with a typo, and it took 10 seconds for me to reference it.
Spoiler alert! I think I knew my new nickname. Gugs.
Well, guys, it's been a strong snacking year here. We've got some baskets of puppies, our first few over the course of the year. It's been good, but we are looking forward to the next year of snacking, even as we look back. And Chad, you're going to take us through some things we might see in the future.
That's right. So I found an article from Match.com that was detailing 6 new candies that are coming out in 2021.
Did you say Match.com?
No, Mashed.com.
Oh, I thought you said that too. I was like, something we should know?
There's an article from Match.com. The 6 hottest candies you're going to want to fuck.
So I was cruising eHarmony. Oh, wait.
Does Match.com have any skin in the game anymore? Or has it been passed up?
As a dating site?
Yeah, like I never hear about. Like you
just posed that question to 3 men that have all been married for over a decade. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, it's probably all Tinder and Bumble and all these others. I have no idea.
But I will say, Mashed.com probably has some skin in the game. Potato skins.
Wow.
Wow. Okay. Jesus.
So 6 candies that are coming out in 2021 that you're gonna want to fuck. And I thought we would go through them, and I'll read you like a quick excerpt from each one. Then we can make some predictions on what we think our ratings would be. And then we'll try to find them. We're really going to try to find all 6 of these over the course of the year and try them out and then revisit. So here we go. The first one is High Chew's fantasy flavor of strawberry lemonade. You guys know High Chew?
I know High Chew.
I do know High Chew. I've actually considered guiding a version of High Chew for our podcast before, because I always see it in the Take It Out.
Well, look for the strawberry lemonade. Here's what the article says. Having already come out with groundbreaking flavors like Ramune, Saturn Peach, Plum, Red Grape, and Granny Smith, High Chew kicked the flavor experience up another notch by letting people vote for the next flavor. Voters got to choose from white peach, black cherry, tangerine and orange, muscat white grape, and fruit tart, but the winner was lip-smacking strawberry lemonade. So, do you guys think that was the appropriate choice from those flavors? Would you have voted strawberry lemonade?
I think that is a good choice, actually.
Yeah.
I would look forward to that.
Yeah. Okay, so Geiger, prediction for High Chew's strawberry lemonade.
I guess my problem is I don't know if I've ever had another High Chew. Like, is it like a Mamba type thing? Like a Starburst type deal kind of thing, like a chewy fruit candy like that.
Yeah, sure.
I
think so. It's been a long time for me too.
Knowing that I'm also not the pickiest, I'll start it at a like. I'll give it a borderline like, assuming I'll like a simple chewy fruit candy.
Yeah.
And go from there.
Yeah. Novak, what do you think?
I think so. I agree. I think it's a good sounding flavor. I've not had haichu, but I would anticipate a like.
Yeah, me too. I actually really like strawberry lemonade. So depending on and lemon flavors of candies, often really good. So that could be good. All right, here we go. Number 2, Perfetti Van Mel Frutella. So this is I'd never heard of this. This is some kind of
Excuse what?
Gesundheit.
Sounds like the name of a girl on Match.com.
This is some kind of jello or gelatin type snack. It says, fun fact, gelatin is made from boiling bones to extract collagen, which is then heated and cooled again to make things like jello, gummies. But what's a candy lover to do when they crave a sugary treat sans animal bones? Perfetti Van Mel is making a foray into the American market with a non-gelatin vegan version of their bouncy confections in early 2021, made with pectin instead of gelatin, and boasting real fruit puree as their number one ingredient. These soft and chewy treats pack a ton of fruity punch. They'll be available in strawberry and raspberry and peach and mango flavors, and will come in cute shapes to delight your senses as you indulge bone free. So, Novak, what do you think about that? You can pick strawberry and raspberry or peach and mango.
I guess I would assume that the reason they are made from bones is because it makes it taste much better.
Yeah.
So usually when they try to mess with this kind of thing and put alternatives in, it does not work out. So I'm going to predict a dislike.
Yeah, that was the exact line of reasoning that I was thinking of, is like, give me the bones, I want the bones. Bones make the world go round. Geiger, what do you think?
Yeah, I don't. I like having bones.
Mm-hmm.
You do?
Yeah. Well, I'd be a gelatinous mass of skin and blood vessels without it.
You like boning?
I like boning as well. I go to Match.com all the time and look up snacks plus get boned, and then do the boning. Let's move on.
Yeah.
I don't know how this works anymore. Yeah, I've been married a long
how
time.
That works. You don't know how either boning or getting boned worked.
I don't know who's supposed to do the boning. And yeah, no, I dislike. Let's move on.
All right. Okay. I think this
whose bones am I boning?
I can't tell if that's a femur. All right, so the next one here, I think this could be pretty interesting. M&M's Mix. So it says, being a candy lover is hard. There are just so many different brands, flavors, and textures to choose from. Our heads are spinning and our mouths are watering, and we're wondering if that's even physically possible. And then M&M's comes out with the perfect solution to our conundrum, like a knight in a shining chocolate shell. Hitting shelves across the nation in April, M&M's Mix will brilliantly combine your favorite varieties in one melt-in-your-mouth package. So there's 2 flavors. The classic mix will bunch plain milk chocolate, peanut, and peanut butter together into one bag for your munching convenience.
Wow.
The peanut mix will combine milk chocolate peanut, white chocolate peanut, and dark chocolate peanut for the ultimate chocolatey variety experience. Now, I don't remember if we did white chocolate peanut or dark chocolate peanut in our M&M tournament. I think
we did dark chocolate peanut. I'm pretty sure we
did too. Yeah.
Okay. So for the peanut mix, I actually think that would be bad because I like regular peanut M&Ms, but the other 2 I expect would be bad, and it would just be like, I don't know which one I'm getting. So I'd probably actually give that one a dislike that, but the classic mix, well, but now I'm just thinking with the classic mix, I'd probably just rather eat a bag of peanut M&Ms since that's the superior of the 3. So maybe I'd just give that a like.
Wait, I thought you said peanut butter was in there.
It is. It's peanut butter, and what did I just say?
You said plain. Peanut was the superior.
Peanut butter. I meant to say peanut butter is the superior. Yeah. Sorry. Geiger, what do you think?
It's a cool idea. I get why they're doing it. I'm with you. I don't even like peanut M&Ms that much. They're fine. So that one bag I wouldn't want, and then that second bag sounds good, but I wouldn't want the peanut M&Ms in there. The only thing is maybe I could tell which ones those would be because they're going to be bigger. I also kind of just like knowing what flavor I'm eating when I'm getting it. Like, I don't, If I get a regular bag of M&Ms, I know they're regular. If I get a peanut butter one, I know they're peanut butter. I'd probably find myself wanting one or the other and like being disappointed if I got the other one. So they're both good. So that if it had just been those two, I'd probably say like, but I'll say indifferent. They're still good M&Ms. But it's more like just like I would prefer one of those flavors than another. I'll just buy that bag. I've never thought, why I wish I could eat two of these bags at once.
What do you think, Novak?
The peanut M&Ms, I agree. I would not want that mix because I don't think I'd like the white or dark chocolate. But the other mix, when you read it, I'm like, why? What's the point? And now thinking of it, I am really intrigued. The peanut butter and peanut for me are 1 and 1A. Those are the only two I ever buy. Those are the only two M&Ms I ever buy. So I'm interested. I think I would like that mix. I'm interested to try that.
All right, moving on. Number 4, Laffy Taffy Laugh Bites Gone Bananas. Have no fear, fruit candy lovers. There are tons of fruitastic options for you next year as well. Laffy Taffy, that cheerful bag of sticky delights to share with your funniest friends, each candy's wrapper includes a gut-busting joke, is churning out a new flavor and a new size for all your chomping needs in 2021. Considerably more travel-sized than a bar of chewy gooey taffy, Laugh Bites are unwrapped, poppable, fun-sized chews you can devour in one bite. Please just remember to chew first, okay? We can look forward to a fun new flavor in the form of Laugh Bites next year gone bananas. So what do you guys think? Laffy Taffy gone bananas. Geiger.
Banana flavored candy sucks. This is going to be a dislike.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't sound good at all.
You did just give Bananco a like that.
Sure. Sure. That was the exception of the rule. Usually, especially like the fruit chew kind of stuff that like Laffy Taffies are bad. Regular banana Laffy Taffy's bad.
Banana Laffy Taffy is like a reference I will make to banana flavored candy being bad. I anticipate disliking or hating these. That sounds gross.
Yeah, I think this would be a hate dat. I don't like taffy and banana flavored candies, as you guys said. Pretty nasty.
Now, what might help is the gut busting joke. I've busted many a gut over their jokes.
I don't want my gut busted.
No?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if your gut get busted, then all you're left is a pile of bones, and who wants that?
That's true.
Make you into Jello.
All right, number 5. I'm really curious about these last two here. This is where it gets really interesting. Snickers Peanut Brownie. So here's what they say. Is it even legal for Snickers to keep making more products?
Yes.
What else screams winning combo more than...
Pretty sure it is.
Let me check.
More than caramel and peanuts on a layer of nougat enrobed in milk chocolate? Something about that creamy, crunchy, chocolatey first bite just takes you from worst to first in less than 60 seconds. I don't know who's taking 60 seconds to eat a bite, but whatever. Well, hold on to your hard hats, because this next sugar rush is about to take you through the roof. Are you ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
3 words. Snickers, peanut, brownie. We couldn't believe it was true until we stared at the promo picture for another 60 seconds. Oops, drool puddle. It looks like the creamy nougat is being replaced by a layer of brownie. No big deal. Just the world's best dessert inserting itself into the candy bar of our waking dreams. Launching in January 2021, get your champagne glasses and sparkly pants ready. We can't wait to kiss our loved one when the clock hits 0. Pucker up, Snickers Peanut Brownie. Now, Novak, you are a big Snickers guy and you are a big brownie guy, so I'm really curious what you're going to say about this one.
I can only think back to that recent M&M brownie and how that tasted inside of candy.
Yeah.
And I originally didn't like it, but then you made me eat a bunch of them, and I liked it more.
And I'm going to make you eat a bunch of Snickers.
Wow. Here, the reason I'm going to guess an indifferent is I just don't like when they fuck with perfect candy bars. Like when they try to do Snickers, anytime they've messed
Novak,
with it.
Legally, they're allowed to. They're allowed to by law.
I'm going to look into that.
Are you going to get an injunction?
And check that out. But assuming it's legal, I'm still going to guess indifferent.
Maybe this article is from Match.com. This Snickers is barely legal.
That makes it
I
from
know what
Match.com?
Match.com is.
What the fuck?
Getting matched and Pornhub confused.
Hold on, I just got an Amber Alert on my phone.
So this definitely sounds intriguing to me. And the nougat is maybe the least essential part of the Snicker, but it, as you said, Novak, it is the perfect combination. And here's something else I want to throw your way: there is no good packaged brownie. If I could take like a homemade brownie and insert it into a Snickers, then we've got a possibility. But I don't know if I trust them to do the packaged brownie well inside this Snicker. So I am skeptical, but optimistic. So I'm going to give it a potential like that as a prediction. Geiger.
Those predictions, I actually, from the two of you, are for like follow along exactly the lines I would have thought you were. I knew Novak would have a problem messing with the Snickers as is. And I thought you would also
It's almost
be
like
more
you've been
optimistic.
listening to us talk about snacks for 3 years.
I remember that raging anger that led to that years-long lawsuit you brought against Snickers last time they tried to change something.
It's not legal.
Went to the Supreme Court. I'm with Chad. I'm willing to give it a baseline like that. Not because you can't. I disagree. I think you can mess with the classic. It just can be something also that I'll like. It doesn't have to be as good as the Snickers. It can just be good. My enthusiasm is a bit tempered only because, again, like you both said, if I'm understanding correctly, I don't know how they're going to pull off the brownie as nougat, because part of the nougat is like the soft, chewy, like lubricant part of the candy. And I think if you put like a brownie in there, it's going to have that like thick. That's a weird descriptor. Yes.
Love lubing up with nougat.
But it's I can see it being kind of clumpy, chewy, and kind of bogging it down. But I'm willing to give it a shot.
I really think you're not affected if they take something you love and like switch it up and it's not as good. You can still appreciate it for its
It's a
goodness.
different snack. I can go buy a regular Snickers tomorrow, then the next day if that's what I want. But it's the difference of like, you have a Snickers, you buy a Butterfinger, and you buy the Butterfinger and don't like it as much as Snickers. It's a different candy bar.
What if the Packers quarterback was injured and was replaced with Darren Codgers, and he was like just a decent quarterback?
Okay,
but he wasn't.
We're not saying they're replacing the Snickers bar forever with the Darren Codgers of candy.
Well, let's say you Darren Codgers. You met Darren Codgers on Match.com. Right.
And I had to bone him.
Would you or would you not grease up with nougat first?
Oh, you got to lube with nougat. If you're not lubing with nougat, you're doing it wrong.
Novak, let me play devil's advocate here. If they never messed with the regular M&M, we would never have peanut or peanut butter M&Ms.
Right, but the regular M&M wasn't that good to begin with. Is what I'm saying. Like, I'm saying if something is so great, they can't make it better. Like Snickers is perfection. You can't change it. Like, it's just going to be worse no matter what you change about it. So the regular M&M had room for improvement.
Fair. All right.
But if they never edited the Fit Crunch bar, they never would have made the birthday cake Fit Crunch bar. And we would have lost our best content in 3 years.
Literally, the only issue I have with that Snickers bar is like whether it's legal or not. Besides that, no issue.
A question of adjudication.
All right. Last but definitely not least, here we go. Number 6, Reese's peanut butter cups with pretzels. Okay. So, some say you can't improve on perfection, but Hershey, undaunted.
Yeah.
Me.
Novak
we just spent 5 minutes on it.
But Hershey, undaunted, has continued to offer up variations on the classic that leave us wanting more every time. In the past, some exciting takes have been Reese's Take 5, Reese's White Chocolate, Reese's Thins, and Reese's Dipped Pretzels. And soon Hershey's is dropping another flavor attack on us with Reese's Big Cups with Pretzels, followed by a miniature version. Your taste buds will be so delightfully confused, you'll have to reach for another, and then another to get your senses back on track, and who could blame you? They're miniatures, which means eating less than 3 is a crime against candy. We just can't allow that kind of behavior around here. So, let me go first, as King Reese's. Now, I have a couple things here.
Is that your title?
Self-appointed.
That's a real ballsy move, just calling yourself King Reese's.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so first of all, now I have a couple things here. First of all, I love the Reese's Take 5. And Novak, you recently over text message had one of your worst takes ever, which is that you don't like the Take 5 that much. Insane. So that has pretzel in it, right? Like, so this is almost like a cup version of the Take 5. That could be good. On the other hand, the two versions are the big cup and the mini cup, which are both far, far inferior, as you guys know, to the standard cup.
Wrap it up, Wilder Shaw.
I knew.
So I have a feeling that this is going to disappoint greatly. I'm going to go prediction of indifferent to that for these. Geiger?
Yeah, I think pretzel in candy is a little overrated. It's just because it's going to be hard to keep it fresh. It's just going to taste like stale cracker in the middle of that thing, especially the tiny one. We're just going to have a tiny little shard of pretzel in there. It should still be good. It's still a Reese's cup. The baseline is still high. I'll say indifferent too, with a possibility of liking, but not overly enthused.
Novak.
I just said it all. See my previous answer. Taking perfection, Reese's Cups perfect. We all agree it's a love dat.
Yeah.
Why would you add a pretzel to it? It does not make. I agree. I don't like the Take 5. I think it's just a much worse version. It makes no sense. It's a stupid idea. I so disliked it.
Okay, great. So I've got those down, and we will check back later in the year and see how it goes. King Reese is signing out.
As all kings do when they leave their kingdom, they go signing out. In the immortal words of King Henry VIII, peace, bitches.
You weren't even king of Reese's. You were King Reese's. That became your name.
All right, shall we move on to
some snacks.
The festivities?
Yeah.
Okay. So for Mount Snackmore here, I have compiled some statistics on our 2020 snacking. Just want to read those to you guys before we get into the meat of it. So last year we tried 133 snacks, which is up quite a bit from 2019 when we only did 109. Our average was a 3.0, so an indifferent to that, which is up from 2.9 the previous year. And just to give a little breakdown, total between all three of us, we had 26 love dats, 217 like dats, 112 indifferent to dats, 97 dislike dats, and 44 hate dats. Geiger and Novak, both of your average score was a 3.0, up from 2.9 last year for both of you. And for me, it was a 2.9, up from 2.8 the year before.
How do we get that close to the middle? That is insane.
We try a lot of mediocre shit, I guess. I don't know. All right. So I think we should start at the bottom here. So there's a couple honorable mentions I want to go through here. So honorable mentions, these are snacks that got a 1.7, which was one person hated them and the other two just gave them a dislike. Most of these were me hating them, which is the Akand Faradella, which was one I don't remember what that was. Iceland or something?
Yeah, it's one of those USSR
somewhere.
snacks. It was like the barsh covered in peanuts or whatever it was.
That's right. The Nickel Nip, the Reese's Sugar-Free Peanut Butter Cup, the Sesame Stanger, that was an Iceland one, the Dots, and then the only one that was a Novak hate, which is the Choco Licks bar that we tried. And then other set of honorable mentions here. These are special categories of 1.7s that got 2 hates and an indifferent. So that was the Good and Gather freeze-dried raspberries, which I gave an indifferent to. And then the other two Novak gave indifference, the Bit-O Honey and the Turkish Delight.
Fucking Bit-O Honey.
So
Turkish
congrats
Delight.
Congrats to all those pieces of shit for not making it onto our Mount Dumpmore. Okay, so here's how we're going to do this. We had 5 flavors that got a 1.3, which is 2 hates and a dislike. And then we had 3 snacks that got a full slate, steaming bag of dog shit, 3 hates. So since we need 4 for our Mount Shitmore, I figured what we would do is we would rank the bottom 5 for 4th place, and then separately rank the bottom 3, just to see which one is the absolute worst. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Okay, so
Not
the
really,
first
but just
group.
go.
It's only going to get more
Wait,
complicated.
if I'm
once we get to
ranking the
good
bottom
snacks.
5,
No.
aren't I ranking the bottom 3 in the process?
No. Sorry, I misspoke. It's not the bottom 5. It's the 5 honorable mentions you're going to rank.
Got it.
And then separately rank the bottom 3.
Okay.
So here are the 5 that got a 1.3. The Tiger's Milk Bar, which Geiger was the only one that didn't hate it. The Bitafisker, which were those freeze-dried fish from Iceland. I was the only one that didn't give those a hate. The Snack Yard Mushrooms. Again, Geiger held back. Chocorama Mini. I held back on that one. And the Hot Licks Ant Wafers. Novak held back on that. So let's go ahead and rank those before we get to our true bottom 3. I will go ahead. I have my rankings ready while you guys rank. So for me, the least offensive of these was the Chocoramo Mini. It was just a whatever bar. Then I put the Bitafisker at number 4. Again, I didn't mind that as much as you guys. Number 3, I put the Snack Yard Mushrooms. They were gross, but not that gross. The Hot Flicks Ant Wafers, I put at number 2. Those were just really, really disgusting. But the worst of these, I thought, was the Tiger's Milk Nutrition Bar, which was absolutely vile. Who's ready?
I got mine. Okay.
All right.
Number 5, the ant wafers. The only part I didn't like about the ant wafers was like the mental part of seeing the ant legs, but
Was
I
the
didn't
ants?
think the taste of I didn't think the rest of it. Well, I didn't think the taste was bad, honestly. So then I'm gonna go the Chocorama Mini. I honestly don't even remember what that tasted like. I couldn't tell you what it was, so it must not have been that bad. The Bitafisker I'm saying is 3rd. It's just it's not good, but it's also, I feel like, got the ingredients it's working with. It's a little bit harder to make that taste good. 2 is the mushrooms, and 1, I agree, that Tiger's Milk Bar was nasty. So I'm saying the Tiger's Milk.
All right, Gugs.
Glug glug glug. I'm a little held back because I'm trying hard. I could not pick the Chocorama Mini out of a lineup is the problem. So I am gonna say that was the least offensive because I don't remember it, so I can't imagine going oh, it's terrible. The second best for me probably still was I'm gonna flip flop a little bit in retrospect. I think the Tiger's Milk, it was really bad, but I think I'd rather eat the other 3 less. The number 3 for me is those mushrooms. They were not good. I remember thinking they were all right at the time, but I went back and tried to eat the rest of the bag. And I was like, what am I fucking doing? These are awful. 4 is a bit of Fisker. I agree that for what it is, they did a fine job, but what it is trash. It's fermented fucking fish. That's not a snack I want to eat. That's a good job of making fermented fish in a bag. I just don't want to eat it. And 5, it's the ant wafers. I could eat all the rest of these. There's nothing we've tasted this year that is as bad as biting into one of those ants. They tasted like shit, and they were weird. Yeah, it wasn't like the chocolate was some fucking out of this world chocolate around it. It's an ant wafer.
Yeah, it wasn't like Snickers ant brownies or anything like that. Okay, so the clear winner here and it's going to be on our 4th place on the Mount Snackmore is the Tiger's Milk Bar with 6 points. So all right, moving on to the bottom 3, which all had 3 hate dats from us. We've got the Matcha Crunchy Bites, which are those matcha coated peanuts that we tried a few episodes back with my brother. We've got Robert Irvine's Peanut Butter Fit Crunch Bar. Of course, you can't have a Mount Shipmore without Robert Irvine. And finally, this one surprised me because I'd completely forgotten about it. The Boyer Milk Chocolate Mallow Cup, which we tried back in our all cup episode way back March or April, whenever that was.
Wow.
And then special shout out here to another contender that I didn't include on the list because it wasn't actually rated with a 5-point scale. It was rated with a 3-point scale with 2 bonus levels, and that's the lime. We all gave the lowest possible ratings to the lime, but I'm not
The
including it here.
lime with the fruity. And the worst thing you ate this year was a lime. Look like asshole.
I actually asked my wife, like, should I include the lime? And she's like, no, why would you do that?
A bowl of mustard with a miracle fruity.
I herefore disallow all limes. King Reese is out.
Okay, does somebody want to go?
I'll go.
Anybody ready?
I'm ready. I didn't have to think much about it, to be honest. Mallow Cup is 3.
Yeah.
I think I agree it was probably bad and was probably tasted nasty at the time, but it didn't stick with me that much. So the matcha bites.
Here we go.
They weren't they weren't good. The matcha bites were not good. They were aggressively bad tasting. And it wasn't that long ago we ate them, so I still remember them. However, the worst thing we ate,
you fucking nerds,
was by far the Robert Irvine PB Fit Crunch Bar. It's so bad. I have a feeling I'm not alone on that.
All right, I'll go because my order is exactly the same. Mallow Cup 3, Crunchy Bites 2, Fit Crunch 1. It was awful. Geiger?
It's a sweep. Exact same order. All hail Fit Crunch. Or reverse
back
hail
to
Fit
back.
Crunch. Yeah, back to back. We need we should wait all the way until next year, the last episode of the year, eat a Fit Crunch bar, and then turn around the next week and say it was the worst thing 3 years running.
So that puts our Mount Dumpmore. We've got Fit Crunch at the top, Matcha Crunchy Bites, the Mallow Cup, and then rounding it out, the Tiger's Milk Bar.
There's no Crazy Horse from Mount
Dumpmore. Good
stuff.
Oh,
who would it have been?
Tie between Snack Yard Mushrooms and Ant Wafers. Okay.
There's actually a chance Crazy Horse ate mushrooms and ants. So that's like the first thing that's ever been fit.
No. Okay. So now moving on to the good snacks here. So we've got 5 honorable mentions. Again, we are going to rank these 5 for and the top one is going to be included in our Mount Snackmore 2020. So these are all snacks that got 4.3, which is 1 person loved them plus 2 likes. So we've got the Bourbon Every Burger that we just ate. Novak gave that a love. We've got the Fudge Brownie M&Ms, previously mentioned in this episode, which I gave a love to. We've got the Click Choco Kid, that which was that chocolate bar with the milky center that Novak gave a love to. We've got the Ocho PB&J bar, which Geiger gave a love to. And then we've got the Fannie Mae S'mores Snack Mix, which was that big bag of s'mores candy that I gave a love to. And I just put a note here when I was making this. That was actually, it's not eligible to be the top rated thing, but that was actually my favorite thing that we tried the entire year. I love that snack mix. So I can go, unless one of you guys is ready. Okay, okay, I'll go. So for me, and number 5, I have the Every Burger. I really didn't understand the love for that thing. It was fine. Number 4, I put the PB&J bar. I remember liking it, but it didn't really stand out. Number 3, I got the Click Choco Kid. That was good. 2, I put the Fudge Brownie M&Ms, which I thought were delicious. And number 1, as I just said, the S'mores Snack Mix. I loved it. Who's up?
You ready, Geiger?
Why don't you go ahead?
Okay. All right. Number 5, the Fudge Brownie M&Ms. I had to get talked into giving them a like. So
yep,
that for sure is my number 5. Next, I would say the s'mores. I was disappointed. I feel like I had that s'mores mix before, and they just did not deliver that time. I think it was too 2 gram heavy and not enough marshmallow. Number 3, I'm gonna go with the Every Burger. I loved it. Gave them a love. I ate them recently. They were very, very good. Um, Number 2, I'm gonna go to that PB&J bar. I have really good memory of that PB&J bar that we had. I remember we had a couple different ones that episode, and this one really stuck out as tasting good.
Yeah.
And then number 1 is I'm gonna go with the one that I've actually gone back to the store and bought 2 or 3 times since, and that's the Click Choco Bar.
Okay. All right. Geiger.
Not too far off. So I think for number 5 for me is the fudge M&Ms. I think they're solid. They're decent, but they're not like world changing or anything like that. They didn't change the world, which is my criteria. Number 4, the Every Burger was good. I think the Every Burger is good. My kids have liked them. They've tried them, and they also think it's neat that they look like burgers, which I agree. Number 3, yeah, it's very fun. The s'more snack mix was very good. But again, probably not the one that's in my head too much. The Choco Kid was really good. I like that a lot. But I'm with Novak. I thought that Ocho PB&J bar was awesome. We switched those around. I'm sorry. You like the Choco Kid better.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I agree. I could have gone either way on it.
I just really I remember being stunned because I wasn't expecting much. I just thought it was super tasty. So, and I'm not a big fruit and chocolate guy, but that tasted really good. So that's my number 1 of these.
All right. Well, coming in last in a tie, the fudge brownie M&Ms and the Every Burger with 12. We've got the s'mores snack mix at 8, the Ocho bar at 7, and our 4th place is the Click Choco Kid with 6 points.
Deserved.
So that Ocho bar, then the Crazy Horse.
We forgot to say also the most fun of the year was the Pop Rocks.
So fun.
Very fun.
So fun.
Very inventive.
Okay, so special award, most fun. All right. So we had one snack here in the entire year that got a 4.7. So I'm only going to automatically include that in the top 3. That's the Oogie's Gourmet Popcorn.
All right.
That we tried on that episode with my brother over the summer. I was the only one of you guys that didn't give it a love dat, but I also thought it was outstanding. So I think it's fair to include it in these top 3. Also, lemon got, but that again, the lemon was on a 3-point scale with 2 bonus ratings. Okay, so our top 2, these were our first 2 ever basket of puppies, which is 3 love dats. We've got the Who Said Moo bar that we just recently tried. Mm-hmm. And we've got the Hammond's Chocolate Biscuit Bar, which was on that same episode as the Gourmet Popcorn. Also Reese's Cup, which we tried with the Miracle Fruities. But we're just going to rank those 3. The popcorn, the Who Said Moo, and the Chocolate Biscuit Bar. Now, I was pretty confident that Fit Crunch was going to win the worst snack. I have no idea how this one's going to go. Could go anyway. It's anybody's game. Who's ready?
I'm glad we got... this is going to be a less popular snack winning this year, which is nice. We've had these big name snacks.
Little Debbie.
Win.
That's right.
I mean, Tim Tams was the one, but even Tim Tams is not a revelation in many parts of the world. So, all right, who's up?
Geiger, if you're ready,
I can go.
Lead us off.
All right. Very tough here because obviously, like we talked about, these 3 snacks are delicious. I'm going to split the candy bars up a little bit. So number 3, Who Said Moo? I know it was very recent. Now, I loved all 3 of these, to be fair. So this isn't going to be contradictory. But Who Said Moo was obviously excellent. But I would probably prefer to eat the Oogie's Gourmet Popcorn as number 2 if I had a choice. I actually wish they sold it around here. I could probably look, but I've been lazy. That was just really good. I remember eating it with your brother on the podcast, and the 2 of you, obviously. And then afterward, like, just polishing off the bag. Like, it was so good.
Wait, do you do a separate podcast with just my brother where you rehash the snacks?
We re-rank the snacks that you guys did, and then we retell all the same jokes. He does you, I do Novak, and then I also do myself. And then number 1, the Hammond Chocolate Biscuit. It's delightful. It's really good. Yeah. It's fantastic. I remember the minute we ate it, that was maybe one of the ones I was like, oh man, this is... I remember not wanting to give it a love dat, I believe, because I had just given the Oogies a love dat, and I'm like, now I just look like an asshole. But I gladly looking like an asshole for this candy bar. It was tasty.
I'll go because I think it will create a little drama because my order's different. Okay. Third, I've got the popcorn. The popcorn was very, very good. I remember eating it later, and when I got to the end of the bag, I felt like I was done. I wasn't ready to go buy another bag because that like kind of like smoky flavor to it, which was nice. It was different, but it just couldn't compete with these other two. Second, number two, I'm going to say the Hammonds. Now, this is just like a very personal preference. Yeah. It's what I like a little more. And the Hammonds was tasty. All the ingredients was perfect ratio, tasted great. And Forever was our first basket of puppies. Deserves a lot of credit for that. But that Who Said Moo bar was right up my alley with the wafer and the cream. It really was, for me, an amazing, perfect snack. So I'm giving the Who Said Moo my top spot.
Interesting.
All right. So I also had the Oogie's popcorn third. I mean, I didn't even give it a love dat at the time, but a lot of that is just bagged popcorn, not really my thing. But as far as bagged popcorn going, I honestly think that's about as good as it can get. It was really, really, really good. For me, number two, the Who Said Moo bar. And these were very, very, very close. But the biscuit on that Hammond's bar was so, so, so good. And I just thought it was like a really perfect combination of flavors. Could have gone either way with these, but in the end, I decided to go with the biscuit bar. So, our final ranking here, the popcorn has 8 points, the Who Said Moo with 6, and the Hammond's chocolate biscuit bar is our snack of the year with 4 points.
The Hammond's chocolate biscuit. Congrats
to Hammond's.
Nice.
It is very good. It is an excellent, excellent bar. Well deserving of the spot on the YTD all-time Mount Snackmore. And that's the fourth one. It's the third year, but we had a tie the first year. We gave it to both.
So we just have to end the podcast. The Mount Snackmore's four. We should keep going. There's only 3 on the Mount Shitmore. So.
Or we
gotta
go to Mount Snackmore and carve another face in. to Rushmore, I
mean. Who's going to tell him it's not real?
Chad actually texted us the other day saying that we have been going on. So when did we start? When did we start in like February or March? Or
right
something?
After Christmas.
I think it was either late January or early February of 2018.
Okay, so we're getting close to the 3-year mark, which is crazy. The time is really flown by. Geiger, where can people start contacting? They're waiting for the 3-year mark, and then they're going to start.
If you'd like to get the special 3-year anniversary package, where if you literally do anything, we'll respond.
I'm not emailing them until they've got 3 years of podcasts. That's what I do.
They say the first 3 years of practice, and then now they're going to start getting really good. Also, if you're a lawyer and would like to help Novak's class action lawsuit against Snickers, pro bono, whereas I like to call it pro boning, which I clearly declared I was for before. I'm very pro boning. You can reach out to us at youtrydat@gmail.com. We are on YouTube, You Tried Dat. Hashtag You Tried Dat on Twitter. We have a Facebook group, You Tried Dat. We are on Instagram, You Tried Dat. And anywhere else you see You Tried Dat, it's got to be in reference to us. So let us know what you thought of the episode, your own rankings. Did we get it wrong here today in the year of in review? If there's anything you'd like us to try, if you have questions for the mailbag, as always, thanks for listening. Please leave a review, stars wherever you listen to your podcasts. And I will say, when Chad texted me us that, I agree with Novak. I was stunned. I couldn't believe it was 3 years, and it really hasn't seemed that way. This is a lot of fun to do. So I really appreciate everyone that does listen. I know we joke a lot how we don't have any fans and listeners, and we really don't. But
we have so many. That's what's funny about it.
It's all a joke. I mean, there's one guy in Sweden.
But yeah, those of you that do listen and have been very vocal about how much you enjoy it, we really appreciate it.
So last question here. Is you have to make a Match.com profile. Yeah. What are you like featuring? What are you going to promote? Like, because I mean, it's a hard sell, right?
Yeah.
we are hard sells on Match.com. So, is there anything? Do you have anything to offer society or a woman?
I mean, my dog's kind of cute. You hang out with him.
So, a picture of your dog is the profile.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, again, you don't have to tell the truth on these things, right?
No, I don't think anyone does.
So, mammoth cock. That's what I'm putting on there.
That's how you're gonna get a date.
Oh wait, wrong website. Yeah, I mean, kids. Like, I'm good with kids.
Kids
well, at our age, the kinds of people we're gonna get.
I've got a lot to offer. I'm fucking royalty, bro.
Oh yeah, you are King Reese's. One part of a world's most successful snacking podcast.
I'm gonna have a very well lit front area, and then the back is gonna be very dark, and it's me in the back. You can barely see me, and reaching towards the camera with my hand out is holding the Hammond's bar. So
I was like, you're like, I'm gonna have a really well lit front area. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I was like, is he just talking about his the spotlight on?
That
his
doesn't
tits?
sound creepy at all. Yeah. I know one of the things.
Well, what is the front of a person? Their face.
Check out this front, and it's you smiling. I remember one of our friends who was on Match used to say that he hated it when girls would have a picture and it'd be someone else's dog or someone else's kids, and he'd be just said he'd make a fake profile and everything would be our dogs and my car and someone else's house. Well, maybe I'd do that because I think it'd be funny. Just show everybody else's possessions. Here's my buddy's boat, and just put a picture of it. Here's a Lamborghini. The
worst was when it was there's a row of 6 people.
Oh yeah,
and that's their only photo, and you're like, oh no, I got a 2/3 of a chance here of landing in trouble. So
I'll use that. I'm just gonna show all the Green Bay Packers and then me in the middle, with my thumbs up, and see if they can spot the fake.
You're just photoshopped in. It's not even the same light.
My head on top of Darren Codgers, so that no one can tell the difference.
My back when I was on there, I had 2 pictures, and the first one, it was just a picture of my smiling face, and the caption was if you like this front area, ... And then the second picture, it said, check out the back. And I had peeled my face off and shown them the back of the skin of my face.
That's called the back?
Cool. Joke.
Ripping underneath your skin is the back of your face?
That's the part I'm going to have lit darkly in my photo.
Mason Verger of Facebook posts or Match.com.
I thought you were going to make a joke about your dumper or something.
The third picture was the skin peeled off my dumper.
Jesus.
All right.
Got weird.
Let's end 2020 with skin peeled off my dumper. But we will be back next time. We trying out 3 brand new snacks.
Yep.
In my regimen of the workout was my big crunch bar. Let me tell you, talk about energy and protein. Look at this flavor in a wrapper. Peanut butter, 6-layer baked bar. Only way to go. Go and get yours. This is amazing.